So say Cherd is in Whitby and he's gone to a local bar and he just finished a pint of beer and he's chugged the last half back and he leaves right away, gets into his car, and perhaps it's the only beer in fact he's had, so even if it's a pint he should be under 80 milligrams. Pulls out, half a block later he gets stopped by the police. They smell the booze on his breath, it's fresh. They ask him to blow. It's only been 5 minutes since he left the bar. He provides a sample and it's going to show a fail because the roadside instrument does not have all the characteristics of the Intoxilyzer 8000. It cannot eliminate what we call residual mouth alcohol, the alcohol that's still in your mouth, your throat, and your oral cavity. So in that particular situation, Cherd would fail the roadside because the instrument can't tell he only had a beer 5 minutes ago. And if in fact, if what we did here is if Cherd had a drink of rum, swished it around his mouth, spit it out, and blew right away, it'd be 400 milligrams. But over the passage of 10 or 15 minutes, it'll go down to 0. So in the situation I talked about, even though Cherd failed the roadside, if he was brought to the police station and blew, he'd probably be blowing 20 or 30 or 40 milligrams. Because in the passage of time, in the 15 or 20 minutes between when they leave the bar area to the station and get tested, all the alcohol is properly in his system, out of his oral cavity, it'll give a more accurate result. So what I've talked about is called quick alert. The police officer has not waited enough time. If the officer sees someone leaving a bar, or the person says, I just had one, really the officer should be trying to find out how many minutes have gone by between the last alcohol has been consumed, and perhaps wait 10 or 15 minutes, do the roadside test then, and you get a much more accurate result.